Hey everyone, this is Izzy Ramirez. I'm a double gold consultant with the company. And today I wanted to go over how to create a Google form that is payable. So when you're starting off your travel business, you might want to start charging your clients for a non-refundable service fee, right? At a certain point, you might get tired of creating quotes for free. So this is a way of just avoiding you getting ghosted by your clients and making sure that the clients that you are working with are serious about doing business with you. Okay, so the very first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to go into Drive. So the very first step is for you to actually create your form. I'm not going to go through the actual creating of the form for this training, but it's very simple to do. Once you are in your Google Drive, you can click right here where it says New, and then you're going to have the option of clicking down here, Google Forms. And then you're going to have here a couple of options. So usually the one I pick is a blank form. And then you can just start inputting all those important questions that you want your clients to fill out. So I am going to just go into my actual form, which is this one. My form is actually dedicated just for cruises. So as you see here, I customized it with, a header with my logo. I put just important details here, right? Thank you for reaching out to my company, letting them know in how long I will be creating their quote. And then I have a lot of the important questions that I need from them, right? How many people are they traveling? What type of cruise do they want? If they have a specific destination, if they have a certain amount of time that they want to be sailing, departing from which port, if they have their passports, if they have children going with them, if they have valid passports up to 6 months after traveling, when do they want to travel in case they're flexible with their dates, just in case we also find like some special deals for them. What is their budget? What do they want to include, like drink packages, pre-cruise night, flights, transfer, shore excursions, travel insurance, and all this stuff, right? Cabins. So these are just the main questions that we should be asking our clients to make sure that we narrow down the time that we are spending in searching for their best package. All right. However, once you are done, right, let's say that in this case, you have your Google form done and ready. It's beautiful. It has all the important questions. It has your logo. What's next? How do I create it into a payable form? The way that you're going to create it into a payable form is, number one, you're going to go into a different window, Google, and you're going to type in Payable Google Forms. Payable Google Forms. So once you do the Payable Google Forms, you're going to find this first option, Payable Forms. You're going to click on that. And it's basically a program, an app that's going to get downloaded into your computer, or if you have it on, a laptop or iPad, tablet, your phone, whichever you like. So then you're going to click here on install, and the process is fairly easy. It takes less than a minute for it to install. Okay, in this case, I already have it installed, so I'm not going to show you how that process is, but it's very easy. Just click install and then continue. Just follow the prompts that shows there. All right, so once it's completely downloaded on your computer, then you can go back into your quote, okay, and you're going to refresh it. Once you refresh your quote form, a new icon is going to pop up that you might have not seen before. And this little icon is going to look like a little jigsaw puzzle, and it's going to be right here at the top. So right here is not showing up just yet. It's loading. Let's give it a moment. There it is. It just popped up. So this little jigsaw puzzle, this is now we have our Payable app installed. So you're going to be able to click on that. And then you're going to have the option here that says Payable Forms. We're going to click on that. And then we're going to click on the option that says make this form payable. Now, the first time that you do this, after you click make this form payable, you're going to have a welcome window and just a couple of prompts. It's just going to show you like a tutorial that you can follow if you like, You need to set your language, set your country of residence, and set the currency that you want to be charging in. So just follow the prompts. It's very easy. So then you're going to come here and click again on make this form payable. And this sidebar is going to be showing up for you. Okay, so after this sidebar shows up, you're going to have a couple of options here. So you're going to click on the first one, auto configure form. And then another window is going to show up and it's going to specify what exactly does that do. So basically, after you click on that, they make sure that there is an email address input. They make sure that there's a response destination towards a Google Sheet. Okay, so right here at the bottom, it says, see the connected Google Sheet. So if you click on that, you're going to see the sample of how the sheet would look. You might see a couple of inputs in mine because I was doing a couple of trial runs. So this is basically how it would show up. The timestamp, email address. Once your clients start filling this out, all these columns would be filled out with your client's information. Okay, and then you would be able to keep track of who filled out the form and who paid already. So let's click exit here so we can continue on the next step. Now here, it says add sample payments section. If you click on this, you're going to have a couple of example questions that are going to show up at the bottom of your form. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how that looks like, just to show you, because I'm not going to be utilizing it. And if you maybe click on it and you want to delete it afterwards, I can show you as well how you can do that. Okay, so it says here, sample section added. I'm going to close this. And then you can scroll down all the way to the bottom of your form. And then this is the section that they added, sample payment options. Okay, so they're just telling you here different ways and examples how you can structure the questions in this payable form. Okay, so in this case, I already know the way that I want to utilize it. So I'm just going to delete this section by clicking on these three dots, and I'm gonna click on delete section. Click OK. All right. So the way that I want to structure my question, I have it here already, which is a checkbox. Okay. And I just let my clients know here that we require a non-refundable service fee, and I let them know the amount. In this case, I'm charging $25, and I let them know that this is before I do any research and planning, and I let them know what the fee includes. Okay, and as you see here, this is the type of question that you can select. So you can do it as a multiple choice, a checkbox, or a drop down. These are the three that are recognized for a payable form. If you do any of the other ones, they're not going to work. So stick to only these three, a multiple choice, a checkbox, or a drop down. So in this case, I have the checkbox selected, and I have here the important information that I want my client to read. And then I have here the checkbox that says non-refundable professional service fee and how much it is. So this is an important detail. So over here, when I was formulating the text or the question, I used to have the $ like this, and my form was not working. And then I read into this a little bit more, and then I understood I need to eliminate the $ here, and only leave the $ down here once they select it. So it's important for you to phrase this in the correct format in order for it to become a payable form. Okay, and the way, let me just write it down here, the way that you're going to formulate it is like this. So first is going to be the item that you're going to be charging, dash, US, $, and the amount you want to charge. That's the way I have it here. So the non-refundable professional service fee, that's my item. Then they put the dash, US, $, and 25 is the amount that I'm going to be charging. Okay, so now that I have it ready, I always put this question required because I need the client to read that information and to accept that they're going to be paying that fee. Otherwise, I am not going to be preparing a quote for them. Okay, so let's go back into the sidebar. So the next thing we're going to select is sync theme with checkout. So if you click on that, basically what the app does is they just take over the color, the fonts, your style, the header image, and they put it into the checkout page. So it's seamless and it looks like, right, it's the same business, it's the same company. So I'm going to click on previewing the checkout, and this is what the client would see. They would see the logo, the same header, they would see the same description as I put in my form. And then they would have here ways of making their payment. Obviously, this is not what they're purchasing for my form, but this is how they would see. They would see the breakdown, they would see the price, the total amount due, and they need to put in their information, and then they can make their payment. Okay, so I'm going to exit this. This is just a sample of what the client would see on their end, sorry. And then over here, we're going to click on connect a payment provider. So let's click on that one. And the great thing is that you have multiple options. You can go ahead and link it to your SquareUp account. If you like to use maybe your personal PayPal account, you can link it as well. If you have a business PayPal, you can also link it there. For the purpose of this training, I am going to do the Square. Let's click on that. Okay. So now this screen is going to show up. Okay. And this is what's giving us permission for the form to be connected to our payment provider. So you can read all these details and then you can simply click on this blue button at the bottom to grant access. And most likely it's going to ask us to sign into our account. So if you're doing PayPal, you need to sign into your PayPal account. If you're doing SquareUp, it's going to ask you to log in into your SquareUp account to make sure that you are the one authorizing these changes. Let's go ahead and sign in. All right, so now it's saying, well done, you connected your SquareUp account to the Payable Google Form add-on. All right, so I granted permission, the account is linked, charges are enabled, right? My business name should pop up, yours as well, okay? So now we can just close this window, and over here it's gonna get updated and show us that the status of our payment provider is connected, that it's live. Here you go. So now it's showing in green, connected. Okay, we can close this window. And then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to click on make this form payable. Yes. So we're going to enable that. Now it's going to be fully functional. Okay. So here it's going to give us the option to see how the form looks. Okay. Right now it's in testing mode. So we're going to try it out, see how the form looks. If we like how it looks, then what we need to do next is change the testing mode from on to off. So you start receiving payments. Okay. So let's leave it on for practice while we check the form. I'm going to open it up and then I'm going to just fill out the details that I need. Right, let's just fill all this up. So I'm going to put my email, and I'm going to put my name. As the client. The client is the one that's going to be putting all these details. So let's say yes, next. This is exactly how your client is going to be seeing the form. So let's say that my client is going on an ocean cruise. They want to go to Alaska. Let's say that they're going 1 to 4 days. They're departing from Fort Lauderdale, that they've cruised before, that they have Princess as their preferred cruise line. Please provide cruise. So as you see here, some questions are required, meaning they have this asterisk. Some others are not required. So this one, the client can skip it if they want. How many adults are traveling to? No kids, for example. Travelers have their passport valid, yes. Let's say that they want to travel in May 2024, and let's say that they're flexible with their dates. Let's say that they're comfortable spending $3,000 per person, and that they want to include drink package, pre-cruise night flights. Okay. And then how many cabins? They need one. They want an ocean view. Another question, if they're maybe motion sickness prone, but it's not a required question, so they don't have to fill it out if they don't want to. How soon are you looking to book? Let's say that they want to book it fairly soon, between 1 to 5 days, and it's for vacation. So now here they're going to come to that question where they need to read and accept the fee. Okay, so I'm going to click on the non-refundable professional service fee, and it's showing them that they will be charged $25. And my last question is that they need to set up a consultation phone call. Let's say that they're going to say that they're available for tomorrow, July 26th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so now that they fill this out, they're going to click submit. And it should pop up another window with this link. So this is going to send them to the checkout. Okay, so now that they're redirected to the checkout, they have that option of making that payment. So if you have that option as required, this information in this form is only going to be sent out if they do make the payment. Okay, so this is the form that your client is going to see. Here they have the options of doing express checkout. They have the order details, the total amount that they need to pay, and here's the item that we put, the non-refundable professional service fee. They have to input their details, and then they can also pay here with their card. So once they submit the payment, you are going to receive a notification via email letting you know that someone filled out the form and that they made this payment. Okay. Now that we see that our form is complete and that we like how it's showing up, I'm going to exit. And then here on the sidebar, it says testing mode. We're now going to change this to off. So now it's officially live and available for payments for your clients. Okay. And it's easy as that. There's here other sections if you would like to look into it, if you would like to set up promo codes and things like that. But this is the basics for you to set up your Payable Google form. All right, so that is all for today. I hope this training was helpful for you guys, and I hope to see you on future trainings. Have a great day.